right, so as you saw in the last video, I do have the rigging out now. Most of the issues tend to be towards the back. I'm assuming that's due to a lot of the water kind of sitting in the back of the boat. So some of the mounts that go from the rigging to the hull are kind of rusted up and weak. So we'll take care of that. The motor mount in the back is actually not very stable, so we need to, fix that on the bottom there. But I believe most of the rigging is good, just need to fix a few areas. Moving on to the hull, on the other hand, you can really see that once the rigging is out of the boat, some of the issues that the hull has. I think it's a race really between what's worse, the stringers or the sides of the boat. I think it might be this side of the boat. You can see there's some pretty significant previous repairs. Some delamination, I guess. Another previous repair there. Here's the front. So you can see it looks like they laid some cloth down, went over this first stringer here, kind of halfway, and stopped. But yeah, looking at the stringers, I think they're pretty shot too. Some of it doesn't sound too bad, but you can see it's kind of squeezed in here. You can see definitely voids in there. So yeah, you can see it's just all pretty much just disintegrated in there. So it needs to be done. So you can see I already have one repair done. This started out as something that seemed to be about this size over there, maybe about 6 to 8 inches. The more I got into it, the more it just got wider and wider and wider. So basically there was a small, I guess, stress damage, if you will, that went maybe about 2 feet. So this whole repair is about 3 feet wide. So 1 foot by 3 feet. So what started out as something I thought would be easy and small to kind of cut my teeth on fiberglass ended up being a 3 foot repair. So I think it turned out okay. I've got multiple layers of chop strand in there and 2 layers of 1708. So I think we're good there. And then went over it with PVA. So that's on there now, so it looks a little green. So now I'm going to take what I learned from this side and apply it to that side over there. And once I'm finished with this side, then it's on to the stringers, and then next would be flipping the boat, tacking the bottom of the boat, which hopefully should be less work. In case you're wondering, I am trying to avoid taking off the polymer. So what I may do, like in this example, is remove this string of bolts here, nuts and bolts here, and then do the repair, then put them back. I did not remove them here. I still have some finishing, sanding and stuff to do on the edges here, but you can see I kind of got into the bolts a little bit there. And then when I do the stringers, I may or may not take the bolts here. One of the reasons I figured if I take the polymer off, first off, it's a lot of bolts to take off and put back on, but I kind of don't want to see what's underneath there. So in theory, it should be good material underneath there. So we're going to ignore that for the moment and focus on what we can see.